Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chelsea Dynan, and today's video is gonna be a little bit special because it's actually the last video that I'll be recording here in this apartment. And it's bittersweet. Although I started my YouTube channel a couple years ago, I wasn't really doing anything consistently until I moved into this apartment. Then I started uploading more frequently, and many of you have probably followed along from the view here in my living room in San Diego. But I'm gonna be moving out of this apartment, and because I'm gonna be moving out, I wanted to film an official apartment tour so you guys can see where I've been living for the past 2 years. I will link to the items that I can find below. A lot of this I bought years prior, back when I lived on the East Coast for my apartment there in the DC area, and it's just kind of traveled with me from apartment to apartment and finally here to my San Diego apartment. But if I can find it, if it's still in stock, I will link to that in the description box below. While you're watching this, feel free to give it a like if you like it and subscribe because I would love to see you back here. You can also find me on Instagram at Chelsea Dynan, where I love to share about my daily life and my travels. And the last thing is my blog, chelseadynan.com. I'll also link to that. There are plenty of free resources over there for you. Welcome to my apartment. As soon as you walk through the front door, this is the view, and I'll turn around and show you the door, because it is quite elaborate. We have 10-foot ceilings, so it just kind of gives you an idea of how massive that door is. And then right here, I have my coat closet. I'll just give you a little peek. Haven't worn many of these jackets living in San Diego. And then right here is my office, my workspace. I have a really cool California clock right here. And then these wall hangings that I made in my last apartment back in Alexandria, and they're just made with yarn. You'll see another one that I've made as well. Then I have this nice little art, some candles, and there's my computer, my desk chair, a lamp that I got at Target, and I'll be sure to link to everything that I can find in the description box below. There's a Danielle Laporte quote, "Your life unfolds in proportion to your courage." I've got some fun little lights there, and then my planner and my notebooks and pen and a pencil. And this is my desk chair that I absolutely love. It's exactly what I wanted, and I just put a little faux sheepskin rug on there. I should also mention that I had this idea to make this mid-century modern coffee table. So I just went to Home Depot and picked up some plywood and some stain, and then I special ordered these legs. And I also had one that was just a little bit larger that I used for my desk in my last 2 apartments. But I wanted something a little bit more substantial because now that I work full-time from home, I needed a desk that was definitely gonna work. So I ended up going with this IKEA desk. You can mix and match the top with the legs, so this is what I went with. It's a little messy because of the cords. Hello. And so I knew that I wanted that chair. That chair that I have here actually went with the desk that's similar to my coffee table, and it just works perfectly with this desk as well. That's what I love so much about kind of this Nordic Scandinavian style, is that you incorporate a lot of the light wood. Again, here I have some of the darker wood, so this doesn't necessarily go as well, but you can mix and match really well, and the white brings in that light. I don't get much light in my apartment, as you can see, but tying in that white with the light wood, I just love it. I think it's great, and you can mix and match a lot of things too. So anyway, just a little side note. Then we have let's go back to my kitchen. So in my kitchen, I'll give you a little peek into my fridge. I always have some sparkling water, and usually berries of some sort as well. The Trader Joe's sparkling mineral water is my favorite. This is the grapefruit flavor. This is one from Sprouts. This is my favorite bread. I don't eat bread often, but when I do, this is the kind that I get. It's a sprouted mash rye bread by Angelic Bakehouse. I really like this. And some eggs. Oh, and I wanted to show you my favorite kombucha. So I'm a really big fan of the GT's kombucha. Gingerade is my favorite flavor, but I just found something that's a limited edition, so I'm gonna show that to you. So this is the GT's Winter Edition Kombucha Pure Love. It is blood orange, hibiscus, and rose. It is so delicious. This is the second bottle I got. I don't know how long they're gonna be selling these in the store since it's the winter edition, but I just found them as we're moving into spring, so very good. So that's my fridge. I honestly don't have too much in my cupboards right now because I am going to be moving out of this apartment, but I can show you my tea drawer because I haven't gone through this yet. So this is my tea drawer and some supplements as well. Let's see, so this is one of my favorites, the Yogi Honey Lavender Stress Relief. Delicious. And I also love the Yogi Cinnamon Berry Probiotic Balance. So those are two of my favorites, and I'll just kind of pick whatever it is that I'm feeling at the time. I like having this drawer. As you can see, it's kind of a shallow drawer, so it's just made for tea. And I suppose you could organize these differently, but this is, I like to see the front of the boxes, and I've also put some in here for when I travel. I like to take my tea with me, just because a lot of the flavors that I have are kind of unique. Oh yeah, here's another one. The Traditional Medicinals Organic Chamomile with Lavender, another really great tea to have before bed. Is very soothing and calming, relaxing. So that's my tea drawer. Then, speaking of tea, this is another one of my favorites. I found this at World Market a while ago, and this is the Downton Abbey Downton Christmas tea, and let me see if I can open it for you. They smell so good too. I just think it's such a great flavor. So let's see what it says here. It says premium black tea with mulling spices. So it's simple, but it's so good. And then I have my coffee in here. This is from IKEA. This is my little coffee station that I love so much. And I really love the color of these cupboards. It's hard to tell, but they're like a gray. They're just very modern. And I'll also show you, since I moved around so much, I don't have a lot of things. I only have like 4 plates, 4 white plates, 4 blue plates, 4 bowls, and I have another one of these small little plates, and then this bowl like for salads. That's really it. And then I have a completely empty shelf up there, some extra bowls for Stella, and some decor that I'm going to be donating. So that's it. I also love these cupboards because they close without slamming. So nice. Oh, and I also have these cute little pot holders that my friend Amy made for me, and they're so cute. I just love them. They're so soft. And then I have this lovely lighting. As you can tell, I really don't like to use the overhead lights. So I like to use string lights a lot and candles as well to just give my space that very warm, calm, inviting mood. So that's why I have so many lights. And it's the same at nighttime too. I really don't like to use the overhead light, so I'll usually just keep this lit. And here's my bookshelf. I also have some lights over there as well. Not as warm, but I'll just show you some of my favorites while we're here. So this is The Art of Nonconformity. This is one of my most recommended books that I tell people if you are curious or want to start an online business to travel. It says, set your own rules, live the life you want, and change the world. That's by Chris Gillibo. Here's a really good one. This is one of my favorite books growing up, The Giver. Such a good one. So I found this at Goodwill, I think. Oh, Salvation Army. Oh, and while we're here, if you're a woman and you're looking for a really powerful, empowering read, Women Who Run with the Wolves is the book. It's kind of thick, but I'll just kind of read it sometimes, like when I'm in the bath, just page through it a little bit. It's one that I recommend for you. And then down here we have The Little Book of Hygge by Mike Viking, obviously. I'll link to that video. If you are new to Hygge and you've never heard of it before, then I will link to those videos and some blog posts that I have, because that's really a lot of the inspiration behind how I've decorated my space and the warm ambient lighting, so I'll be sure to link to that. And then I bought one copy of White Hot Truth, but I went to an event with Daniel Laporte in LA and they gave all the guests 2 additional copies, so I will be gifting those. And let's see some other favorites. You Are a Badass. You Are a Badass at Making Money. I've got lots of good ones here and some more down there as well. So that's my bookshelf. And there are more books kind of scattered throughout my house. So then here I have this chaise that I love from IKEA. And my very favorite art. This is really the only art that I've invested in, again, because I move so much, but I brought this with me out to California. I got these for my last apartment, which was in Alexandria, Virginia, just outside DC, and they tell the story. And I'll also link to the shop where I got these. I think they're based in the UK. It's been kind of cool to bring them with me here because they remind me of home. So on top we have Jim Morrison, and down below we have Dave Grohl. The neighborhood that I lived in, Dave Grohl had lived in. He had a house there that they recorded one of their albums in, and Jim Morrison actually went to high school with my mom, which was right down the street from where I lived. And so they're two musicians that have been a big part of my life, and obviously since I've lost my mom, I love having those little tiny extra connections when I see things to think of her. So seeing Jim Morrison just makes me think of the high school that my mom went to, and it's just cool to always look up there and see a little piece of home. So then we have my couch with some nice white fluffy pillows and blankets and some flowers for spring. I'm not a big flower gal, but I'm trying new things. So got a candle, and I got these coasters actually in Powell's bookstore in Portland, Oregon. I love them so much. They're a little bit more of my old style, not so much my new one, but they work. Then we've got some just little knickknacks up here. Turn around, we got some flowers, some more candles, and this beautiful credenza that I got in Alexandria actually. And it is vintage, mid-century modern. It came as a set. So I got this, a mirror that came with it. There's a dresser in my room and two end tables in my room as well. And I just love this piece. It was on sale, and actually the antique store that I got it from burnt down on Christmas night. It's so sad, but I'm glad that I got something there. I just really love this set. It's such good quality. And then we have my little hallway, my washer dryer in here, and I'll just quickly show you my bathroom. It's pretty self-explanatory. So I got those nice little storage cubbies over there. My sink, again with that nice gray cupboard. That's really my bathroom. Then, last but not least, we have my room, which I'll quickly show you. So over here, oh, who do we have here? Hi, Stella. She wanted to make an appearance. You gonna help me with a tour? Yeah, why don't you jump up on the bed? There you go, come on. Oh. Hi. You gonna lay down? Oh, you want to say hi to the camera. Okay. Yeah, it smells nice in here, huh? We got the candle going, we got the lights on. So then over here, if you have seen any of my Hygge videos or even just follow me on Instagram, then you know this little corner very well. This is where I have my little morning routine, and I'll plug in my lights and just sit here and read and journal and visualize and go through my lifestyle design board and all of that fun stuff. So I really, really love these lights. They've been perfect, and they pretty much light up the whole room. Again, no overhead lights, and I'll sometimes turn on that light as well at nighttime, but it's just perfect. So Stella. So then over here we just have my bookcase that has some odds and ends, some sunglasses, my hats, and some additional books, and then some more art that I have. Follow Your Dreams. I had this one, I found this on Etsy, A Real Human Being and a Real Hero. It's lyrics from the soundtrack of one of my favorite movies, Drive. If you have seen that, that's where that's from. And fearlessly be yourself. Got a nice candle, some more crystals, and then a little Palm Springs Homes magazine. Then just scanning over here, I've got a nice shelf with some decor and some more crystals in that little pyramid. Then my other bedside table, my bed, and there's the other wall hanging that I was talking about. So this one's my favorite just because it literally goes with everything. And it was so easy to make. It's got those little wooden beads in there too, if you can see that. Again, very simple to make. I've never done a DIY on it. I don't know that I will, just I don't have the time at the moment, but it's very simple to make. I'm sure you guys can kind of figure it out yourself. So my dad also helped me make this headboard. So that's custom made, and the pillow covers are from Urban Outfitters. And this, actually, I got this at the Brooklyn Flea Market, and it's actually from the Country Molly. So I loved this. I thought it tied in really well with my pillows, go figure. So yeah, that's my room. So that was the tour, and now it's about time for me to kick you out of here, unfortunately. But I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know where in the world you are watching from. Where is it that you live? Let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching my little apartment tour, my humble abode. And come on over to Instagram and follow me at Chelsea Dinen so we can stay in touch. All right, so now I gotta kick you guys out, so out you go. Thanks for visiting.